This is the speaking test of International English Language Testing System taking place on Thursday, 8th of December 2022 at Hybrid Edu, Thodupuzha. The center number is 1024. The candidate is Anthony Benny and the candidate number is 437965. The examiner is Swetha Sabu and the examiner number is 8022. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
May I know your full name?
My name is Anthony Benny.
And how may I address you?
You can call me Anthony.
May I see your ID?
Yes, here is my passport.
Anthony, where do you come from?
I live in Kerala. It is a state in the southern part of India.
Okay. What's the weather like where you live?
In Kerala, we do not get to experience extreme weather conditions. It is neither too hot nor too cold. But in the recent years, during the monsoon season, there has been a lot of rainfall.
Do you prefer cold or hot weather?
I prefer cold weather because during cold weather, I am more productive. During a hot season, I feel like I get too tired very easily. So I prefer cold weather.
Okay, and do you prefer dry or wet weather?
I prefer dry weather because I love to play football, and a lot of times due to rainfall, our games get interrupted in the middle. So I prefer dry weather.
Alright, so are you in the habit of checking the weather forecast? And if so, how often?
I do not have a habit of checking the weather forecast, but during the monsoon season, I do check for weather forecast because the rain in Kerala is very unpredictable. We never know when it is going to come. So it is better to check the weather before going somewhere.
Okay. What do you think are the effects of climate change in the recent years?
There has been a lot of changes, especially in my state. The rainfall has increased very significantly. As a result, there has been a lot of floods in the monsoon season.
Mm-hmm. Would you like to visit other cities that have different climates from where you live?
Yes, I like to travel, and I would like to go to places with cold weather. It's because we do not get to experience extreme cold weather here in our state, and I like to live in those climate conditions. So I would like to visit places with cold weather.
Okay. So let's move on to part 2 of the IELTS speaking test. Here is your task card. You will get 1 minute time to prepare, and you may take down notes as you like. Okay. And your time to prepare starts now. And your time is up. You may start speaking now.
Smartphones have become an essential part of our life, and nowadays it is really hard to find a day where we don't touch our personal cell phones. However, today I would like to talk about a time when my smartphone helped me in getting a new PAN card. While I was studying in my college, it was mandatory for all students to submit their PAN card details. But back then I did not have one, and I was also informed that it would take several days to receive it. And when I inquired more about it, I got to know that we have to visit a government office physically in order to submit the application. I was really upset after hearing that because I thought I would miss the deadline, and if I have to go to a government office physically, I would have to miss a couple of my lectures. So I was really disturbed by that. But after some time, when I talked with my friend about this problem, he told me that we can get a new PAN card by using our smartphone. He also guided me in doing that online. Smartphone was really important during this time because I was able to do it in the convenience of my hostel room, and I received my PAN card really fast within 48 hours. I felt a sense of relief after doing this, and I also realized how technologies like this makes our life easy. fear.
And now moving on to the last part of the test, I would like to ask you a couple of questions.
Yes.
Okay. What do you usually do with a cell phone?
I do a lot of things with my cell phone. I use it for chatting with my friends, doing online shopping, calling my relatives. Nowadays, there are a lot more features in smartphones that we can use it for almost anything nowadays.
Okay. What are the differences between young people and old people when using a cell phone?
Young people use cell phones for a lot of purposes, but old people may limit their use of cell phone to calling relatives, friends, and so on. This is because young people learn new things very fast compared to old people. And for example, my grandfather only uses his phone to call our relatives and friends, whereas young people like me use it for many other purposes.
Okay. Which one is more important according to you? Using a cell phone to make phone calls or to read messages?
It depends on the person. If I have to take me as an example, I like to text people more than calling them. But certain people likes to call other person because they can have a more personal conversation with them. So it really depends on the person.
Okay. Do you think there should be a law to stop people from making phone calls in public?
No, I don't think there should be a law, because in cases of emergencies, people should have the access to call someone, especially the people working in healthcare industry. We never know when certain emergencies pop up. So I don't think that this law should be there.
Thank you, Anthony, and that's the end of your speaking session.
Thank you.